Have you ever had a moment where your body felt like it was trying to tell you something, but you just couldn't figure out what? What if a simple change in smell was actually a red flag for something serious, like cancer? Sounds surprising, right? But your body has its own way of sending signals, and ignoring them could mean missing a crucial warning. Cancer is one of the most life-altering diseases out there, and it doesn't always come with obvious symptoms. Sometimes, the earliest clues show up in unexpected ways, like changes in body odor, breath, or sweat. These subtle shifts could be your body's way of waving a red flag, urging you to pay attention. But would you recognize the warning signs? In today's video, we're diving into 8 distinct smells that could be linked to cancer, important signals that often go unnoticed. Knowing these signs could make all the difference, so stick around until the end. This information could literally save a life. Let's start with how cancer affects body odor. You might not think of cancer as something that changes the way you smell, but it absolutely can. The reason? Cancer disrupts your body's natural processes, leading to subtle yet powerful shifts in your metabolism. This creates special chemical compounds called volatile organic compounds, VOCs, which can change the scent of your breath, sweat, or even urine. Scientists have discovered that different types of cancer, like lung, skin, and bladder cancer, release specific chemical markers into the air. Most of the time, these changes are too faint for humans to notice, but guess who can pick up on them? Dogs. Trained detection dogs have identified cancer in people with jaw-dropping accuracy, sometimes even before medical tests show anything wrong. It's a fascinating reminder that our bodies often send warning signals. We just need to learn how to recognize them. Scientists are now racing to create cutting-edge technology that can do what dogs do naturally: sniff out cancer. Imagine a device so advanced that it could detect cancer just by analyzing your breath or sweat. That's exactly what researchers are working on with electronic noses, a breakthrough that could completely change how cancer is diagnosed. But until these high-tech devices become widely available, it's up to us to stay alert to the signals our bodies send. If you notice a persistent, unusual smell that doesn't have an obvious cause and won't go away, don't brush it off. It could be more than just an odd occurrence. It might be your body's way of warning you. Catching cancer early makes a huge difference, often leading to better treatment options and higher survival rates. So, paying attention to these subtle signs could literally be life-saving. Now let's talk about specific cancers and the unusual smells they can produce. First up, the hidden mold warning sign of mouth and throat cancer. These types of cancer are tricky to catch early, but one expected clue is a distinct odor, often described as musty, like mold or rotting wood. This smell comes from a mix of factors, including infections and tissue breakdown caused by the cancer itself. Over time, these compounds build up, making the odor more noticeable, especially on the breath. The problem? People often mistake this scent for poor oral hygiene, leading to delays in getting checked out. But if this musty smell sticks around and is paired with other symptoms like a hoarse voice, trouble swallowing, or sores that won't heal, it's time to see a specialist. The earlier mouth and throat cancer is detected, the better the chances of successful treatment. So if something smells off, don't ignore it. Your body could be sending you an important warning. Next up, the odor of decomposition, a potential warning sign of colorectal cancer. Colorectal cancer is one of the deadliest cancers worldwide, partly because its early symptoms often go unnoticed. But here's something you might not expect. A change in the smell of your stool could be a red flag. If it suddenly develops a much stronger, almost rotting or decomposing scent, it could be a sign that something isn't right. This happens because colorectal cancer disrupts normal digestion, causing toxins to build up and alter the natural odor of waste. While everyone's digestive system has its own unique scent, a sudden and persistent change, especially if it's noticeably foul, shouldn't be ignored. Paying attention to these subtle shifts could be the key to catching colorectal cancer early, when treatment is most effective. If that strong, decomposing odor becomes frequent and has no clear explanation, it's a sign to pay attention. This unusual smell often comes with other concerning symptoms, like blood in the stool or ongoing abdominal pain. Since many symptoms of colorectal cancer don't appear until later stages, a change in odor might be one of the earliest clues your body gives you before things get worse. If you notice a persistent shift in your stool's scent, don't ignore it. Get checked by a doctor. The good news, when caught early, colorectal cancer is highly treatable, and the chances of a full recovery are much higher. Listening to your body could make all the difference. Now, let's talk about a surprising scent linked to breast cancer, the sweet smell that should raise concern. Breast cancer is one of the most common cancers in women, though men can develop it too. While most people associate it with lumps or changes in the breast, there's another lesser-known clue, a strangely sweet yet unpleasant odor coming from the skin or wounds related to the tumor. This scent is usually a sign of advanced cases, where infections or dying tissue, necrosis, are present. It's not the kind of sweetness you'd expect. It carries an unsettling, almost sickly quality. If this odor appears along with other warning signs like unusual discharge, skin changes, or a persistent sore, it's time to see a doctor. Catching breast cancer early gives the best chance for effective treatment, so never ignore the signals your body is sending. Open wounds or ulcers on the breast are often the source of this unusual odor, which can easily be mistaken for a regular infection. But if it's paired with other warning signs like lumps in the breast or armpits, skin that thickens or changes color, or an unexplained discharge, it's time to take action. A persistent sweet yet unpleasant smell could be a crucial clue that something more serious is happening. The good news? Breast cancer has a high survival rate when caught early. That's why recognizing even the smallest changes, including an unusual odor, can be life-saving. If something doesn't seem right, don't wait. Get it checked out. Now, let's talk about a warning sign that might catch you off guard. The smell of sulfur on your breath, a potential red flag for stomach cancer. Gastric cancer is tricky because its early symptoms can be vague, making it easy to overlook. But one unusual clue is persistent bad breath that smells like sulfur or rotten eggs. This happens when digestion is disrupted, causing sulfur gases to build up and escape through the mouth. Unlike typical bad breath, this odor doesn't go away with brushing, mouthwash, or mints. Along with this unpleasant smell, stomach cancer can also cause symptoms like abdominal pain, bloating, and a loss of appetite. If your breath has taken on a strange, persistent odor and you're experiencing other digestive issues, it's worth getting checked out. The sooner stomach cancer is caught, the better the chances for successful treatment. Don't ignore the signs. Your body could be trying to tell you something important. Now, let's talk about a disturbing but important warning sign: skin cancer and the smell of rotting meat. Melanoma and other types of skin cancer can show up in many ways, but one shocking clue is an odor that smells like decaying flesh. This happens when cancerous cells start breaking down, releasing strong-smelling compounds. The scent is most noticeable in open wounds or skin lesions that refuse to heal, marks that people often dismiss as harmless bruises or cuts. Other warning signs include changes in the size, shape, or color of moles and spots. If a mole darkens, starts bleeding, or develops a strange smell, don't ignore it. Melanoma spreads quickly, but early detection dramatically increases the chances of successful treatment. If something looks or smells off, it's time to get it checked, because catching skin cancer early can save your life. Now, let's talk about a warning sign hiding in plain sight: your urine. A strong ammonia-like smell could be a silent alarm for kidney cancer. Kidney cancer often develops without obvious symptoms, but one surprising clue can be a pungent, chemical-like odor in urine. This happens when the kidneys struggle to filter waste properly, leading to a buildup of chemical byproducts. Of course, not every ammonia smell points to cancer. Dehydration or urinary tract infections can also cause changes in urine odor, but when the smell is persistent and unexplained, it's worth paying attention to. Other symptoms of kidney cancer include lower back pain and blood in the urine. If you notice these warning signs along with a strong ammonia scent that won't go away, don't wait, get checked out. Catching kidney cancer early makes treatment far more effective, so listening to your body could be life-saving. Let's talk about a scent that often goes unnoticed: the metallic smell linked to blood cancer. Leukemia and lymphoma can cause subtle changes in the body, including a distinct metallic odor in breath or sweat. This happens due to shifts in iron levels and other compounds in the blood. People describe it as smelling like rusty iron or old coins, especially after sweating. Since it doesn't cause pain or discomfort, it's easy to overlook. Other signs of blood cancer include extreme fatigue, persistent fevers, and unexplained bruising. If you notice a lingering metallic scent along with these symptoms, don't ignore it. Getting checked early can make all the difference when it comes to treatment and recovery. Your body has ways of signaling trouble. Make sure you're listening. Now let's talk about a sweet scent that no one wants to smell, a potential warning sign of lung cancer. Lung cancer is one of the deadliest cancers because it can grow silently for a long time before showing obvious symptoms. But one strange clue some people report is a slightly sweet, fruity odor on their breath. This happens due to the release of volatile organic compounds, VOCs, from the lungs as the cancer progresses. Since this scent can be mistaken for other conditions, it's easy to ignore. But if it's accompanied by a persistent cough, chest pain, or shortness of breath, it's time to take action. Lung cancer is much easier to treat when caught early, so don't brush off these warning signs. If something feels off, getting checked could save your life. Have you ever considered that something as simple as a smell could be your body's first sign of a serious illness? Your body is always trying to communicate with you, even in the most subtle ways. The odors we've talked about may seem minor, but they can actually be life-saving clues. Early detection is one of the most powerful weapons in the battle against cancer. By tuning into your body and responding quickly, you can give yourself more time, more treatment options, and a better chance of overcoming illness. So never dismiss persistent smells or ongoing symptoms. Every moment counts, and your health deserves that kind of attention. If you or someone close to you is noticing any of the signs we've talked about today, don't wait. Seek medical help immediately. Taking action now is not just an act of self-care, but an act of love for the people who care about you. By staying informed and sharing what you've learned, you can help raise awareness and encourage others to take their health seriously. Your body is always speaking to you. It's up to you to listen. The choice is in your hands. Will you act on these signals or let them go unnoticed? Don't wait. Now is the time to take charge of your health. If you found this information helpful, make sure to give this video a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and subscribe to Fab Dandy Health for more health tips and life-saving insights. Together, we can spread awareness and help more people take charge of their health. Stay informed, stay healthy, and we'll catch you in the next video.